Ah, boy. This is... No, this is the first time we're doing this part.
It is, but
It's great,
don't
isn't it?
don't hold your breath just yet, guys.
Don't count your chickens before they've hatched.
What? Don't what?
To the monument.
Wait,
What?
never mind.
Well, since Henry isn't here,
So, Jacob has come along to judge Evie as she actually tries to accomplish something.
Oh wow, we're doing
He's a
plot?
good older brother. We're doing plot.
Oh no,
Plot this time.
is it Mr. John Green? Did you know Mr. John Green's favorite taste is cock?
I do not.
It's one of his favorite tastes.
I'm busy protecting.
One of his favourite tastes.
Yes, cock.
Cock.
He likes to fondle balls and cock,
What is the mission?
and it's one of his
He
favorite
does.
tastes.
Anyway, I'm off.
Well, he's not here right now, so he couldn't confirm or deny that. You know, you gotta appreciate that Jacob's only reason to be in that cutscene is just to be a shit, and then just, I'm leaving this mission.
Classic
It's not
Jacob.
worth my time anymore.
Classic
I fucked up your last mission, and now I'm just gonna go. So the Kenway Mansion points us to here. For some reason.
I'm still impressed with the Assassin's Creed game's ability to make groups of people seem like, you know, like actual people who are in a city. Because, like, I don't think other games have really done that well.
I'm trying to think of games that have had good crowd dynamics. Really,
I don't think GTA has good crowd dynamics. They feel like NPCs.
yeah.
It's like when you look in the background, you like feel like there's like a group of people there.
And they don't really, I don't know, it does feel like background. I guess it's not a free roaming game, so it doesn't count, but the Mardi Gras mission in Hitman, but they're like the most basic. It's just a kind of thing of sheer numbers that you're kind of impressed by it.
Yeah, well, but the thing with Hitman is that it is one area that you have to like do with. Like this is like a you know, sandbox game. Cause like the latest Uncharted game had a segment where you walk through a crowd.
Yeah, in the marketplace.
Yeah, and like that's, you know, it looked good, it looked natural, but you can, if it's a small area, you can make it work.
Well, unless I'm forgetting something, it's also one of the few games I know that gamifies crowds, even though you say they're kind of like acting like a crowd, but I called in a group of people, they beat all the policemen to death, and the crowd did not react in any way. I could just walk through them and still treat them as a stealth bonus, essentially. So like, oh boy, bet we get to watch this show now.
I mean, the crowds look like crowds.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like aesthetically, it's more pleasing than just ignoring like in GTA where it's just, oh look, I can punch this.
I can punch this guy and he might run away or he might fight back. And everyone in the crowd will scream like madmen. Everyone in this crowd. You know what? I don't know if it happens in GTA, but I don't think there'll be a realistic simulation until you punch a random civilian and a group of people just stand in a circle just screaming, fight, 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 fight. That's generally been my way. You know, it's generally been my experience with crowds. I enjoy crowds for that reason.
Yeah.
They're a fun bunch.
Yeah, the crowds don't feel alive in video games. Like, unless it's like one thing that they're doing. I'm gonna blow my nose. I didn't have to announce that, but I've talked about it for like a couple of seconds. So that means it'll be remaining into the commentary. You're welcome.
Or I could just cut you talking and we just have several whole seconds of silence. And our audience can feel a little bit, like, uneasy. Like, we're having an awkward pause in the conversation. Like, I don't like this.
Snake, you're just holding off from me blowing my nose. So what?
I know, I've delayed it.
So what this means is if you're gonna cut this out, it'll be like a minute length of quiet.
I know, I've made it worse for everyone.
You've made it worse for everyone. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna give the game props here. This is actually a pretty good puzzle. I was here for a good 4 minutes. Even though by the end I just realised I was not having fun anymore and had to brute force it.
Oh, recently I played The Witness.
It's not that great, isn't it?
I don't know. The moment when I realized about the lake, I was pretty hype. I was like, I got satisfaction out of that. Like all the satisfaction I was gonna get out of that game, I was gonna get that. So
I kind of like, I enjoyed it for a bit. I've played a bit of The Witness. I'm bad at puzzles, by the by. Just in case you couldn't guess, I'm not a very smart guy when it comes to puzzles, especially. But, like, I had fun with a few of them, and then I got to the point of frustration where I was like, I wasn't even having fun solving a brain buster. And not to mention, I thought it would be more puzzles than, you know, look at this screen, and there was one, like, the tree puzzle's alright. I enjoyed the fact that it incorporated the environment into it a little bit.
I enjoyed that.
But that was an Assassin's Creed puzzle. That's 4 minutes, and you don't even have to be smart about the solution. You can brute force the solution if all else fails.
The key to the vault.
The Shroud.
So, the Shroud, they've talked about it. The Shroud thereafter has the ability to bring anyone back, even from the brink of death. It can heal anything. So, who do you think is nearly dying at the end of this story?
Karl Marx.
Use the Shroud to save Karl Marx. Oh, I'm sorry to say my guesses were a lot more boring. I was going to limit them to Jacob or Evie, who's pulling the sacrifice and gets saved.
That's wait, one of them gets died?
I'm guessing, because, you know, the Shroud can heal people. That's the ability of this piece of Eden we're after.
Wait, but if one of them dies, that makes no sense for there to be...
Well, I know, that's why I mean that one of them won't die. I mean, like, it's obvious that neither of them are gonna die, but I mean, who's the Shroud gonna save? Who'd you think? By the way, boss fight.
Probably Evie.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably Evie. Because apparently from what reviews I've heard, that Evie's like character gets sort of shafted near the end of the plot.
Oh, and that's when Jacob can come in and find the Shroud and be the hero guy.
Be the hero. Because, like, Jacob... Because it's poetic, you see? It's poetic. Because Jacob didn't care about the Shroud. But when he most needed it to save his sister, it was there all along.
The Shroud was in his soul. And modern medicine.
The Shroud.
Oh, by the way, we got a key, and then Mrs. Thorne came along and took the key.
It always looks...
Now
it looks silly when
she has
the
the
mission
key.
ends and it's just like a screen. Like, imagine if a TV show did that. Like, something happens in Breaking Bad. Like, I don't know, Walt kills an innocent person. It's like, here your stats, Walt.
It's like, you could play the Seinfeld fucking music, Seinfeld theme over any of the Assassin's Creed ending slides for a mission. Is like, that crazy bell killed some civilians. Evie Fry gave the key to the bad guys. We unlocked Lady Maline's gown. It's, I'm gonna use it because it's bullshit.
It doesn't look that great, but you don't even notice it when you're in-game.
Because it's fucking pitch black. But, on the other hand, I can carry more knives, and the knives are broken, so, you know.
Whoosh. We're back to Jacob, unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly. Now, ever since I began this chapter, there's been a burning carriage there for, like, an in-game week. I was just ignoring it while doing side quest stuff. It's like, oh...
You know...
Maybe I should look into this now.
You know, as it does in the streets of London.
This is how the Great Fire started. Again. Years earlier.
Nice time skip right there, you guys.
Yeah. I've been cutting those out. I guess I missed one, but that's what happens every time you start a mission. You get a loading screen, a loading screen, the mission begins.
Yeah, but imagine this, like, story-wise. You went there, the character's already on fire. Then Jacob sat there, it's like, now it's the most aesthetically pleasing time to start this mission.
Now I can stop roasting my marshmallows over this fire. Well, it's already been there for several weeks.
Wonderful. Come with me, we have much to discuss, Mr.
Jacob Fry. At your service.
So, we're willing to just help anyone out if it fucks over Starrick. We're easily swayed. It could have been anybody.
If you'd be so kind
Deacon Soap.
Washes whiter. Oh yeah, by the by, on the carriage in the last part, there was an advertisement for Abbott's.
There's only one horse carrying this fucking giant-ass carriage.
It's a fucking swole horse.
Damn.
Really big horse. Actually, yeah, it's one horse.
What?
But,
Look how
like-
giant it is!
And on the carriage to the fucking left, there were 2 horses. Maybe it's just, you know, really cheaply made, all the wood is really hollow, it's not actually that heavy.
This can carry 20 people!
That's why she's losing to Starrick.
This-
Starrick can afford better carriages.
20 people! 20! What's like... it's fucking... it's
What
fucking
if we're wrong
2,000
and there
pounds!
are 2 horses?
Oh, it's 2
Oh
horses.
no, there's 2 horses.
Still, 2
We're
horses
wrong.
is too
Well,
few. Like, look how...
We're not re-recording those jokes.
Look how much this can carry.
Well, yeah, but that's why you get only the best horses.
It looks ridiculous with only 2 horses attached to it.
And that's the thing. This is her personal bus. She never lets anyone but her ride on it. Otherwise, the horses get tired. Probably why her business is failing. Not to mention, someone just got hit by the carriage and they didn't die, so it's clearly quite hollow.
I mean, like, imagine being, like, going, I don't know, wherever you go, going to the pub, and you see that giant fucking thing carried by 2 horses.
Would you get on that?
No, I feel bad.
I mean, I wouldn't get on it because I wouldn't want to be that high up while drunk on a horse carriage.
We'll turn Milner's park scene against him. But I'll need help from my gang.
I'll need help from
Just
my gang, from my cheeky gang.
Both of these people are terrible. Jacob for just going over and like, hey, I'll help you if it fucks over Starrick, and her for like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do this.
What does Jacob have such a hate boner for Starrick? What did he do?
I don't know, maybe it's just a jealousy thing. Like, Starrick has London, Jacob wants London for some reason. Like, we already have half of it, just let him have the other half. We got everything south of the river, and sure, it's not that great, but you can live.
Nah, we gotta get it for our gang, for our Green Grove.
Don't be a buster, Jacob.
All you had to do was follow the carriage, Jacob. The carriage.
So that's really, yeah, I don't know. I've long since lost track. I kind of get why Evie wants to be here, even though she was dragged along, but Jacob's just like, he's just like, I wanna run me gang.
Jacob's just having the
Why?
piss.
It sounds like a fucking lark. Maybe Jacob just didn't have friends growing up, and this is the only way you can have friends. I think that'd be a good reason. It's like, maybe if I kill people, people will like me.
Oh, you just got stabbed in the back.
Unfortunately, not by my own men. So, are any of you gonna help out? You two are fucking huge.
No, you can do it.
No.
You can do it by yourself. Even though it's slightly upwards.
They're just watching.
Damn, boss.
Just like,
They're just gazing at you. It's like, damn.
this guy's busting through like, I might help. No, I can't. Got a bad back.
Thanks for the help,
Right,
guys.
so, thanks for the help. Really, really appreciate it. You can get out of the way now. Alright, so, I want you to carefully look at the bottom right of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell them to stand by for further orders.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking layabouts.
Did they just fucking die?
Oh yeah.
You just killed your gang. It's like,
They weren't helping.
I'll bring my gang with me and kill all of them.
They sacrificed themselves for a noble cause. Mrs. Attaway.
Drop a note to my secretary if you quite will. Yeah, yes.
Like that.
Hey Jacob, remember when you killed like 5 members of your gang?
It was great.
Friendly competition.
weren't really.
Nothing about this was friendly.
Remember when you killed 5 members of your gang and none of them were Bumble? Like, absolutely 0 of them.
I mean, he tried to kill Bumble, but the game just refused.
Just would not let us.
It's like, okay, you can kill these 5 gang members. I'm sorry I didn't let you kill Bumble.
Hello, Clara. I was just going to check on Lambert.
He needs to be around for comic relief. Even though he's not funny. Even though he's actually a detriment to your gang.
Are you certain you're feeling all right?
Are you certain you're feeling alright? This dialogue is quite wooden, don't you think? Oh, you're dead. Whoops. Oh, fucking doctor here.
Is there a doctor in this hospital?
Is there a doctor
This
nearby?
hospital that my brother shut down?
Bring her inside.
Damn. Bring her inside. Snake. Can we have another minute-long discussion about me blowing my nose?
She simply collapsed.
No.
The others took 20
But instead we can talk about who we're seeing right here.
ever since Elliotson was
Who could it be?
with counterfeit
Who could
toys.
it be?
Why that has to be Jane Austen.
Without the appropriate medication, she
The lady with the lamp. The classic hero of the fucking wars.
plenty of them.
Jane Austen.
And medicine. Some of the less common ingredients are being stolen and sold.
Hero of the Crimea. Writing pulpy romance novels about soldiers with gangrene dying in agony on the front lines.
Where are you from? I'm Miss Nightingale. How do you do?
Florence Nightingale.
We don't have much time.
There we go.
She was a hell of a statistician. She, basically forced her way into modern nursing at the time. Came from a rich family who didn't want her to be a nurse but did it anyway. She's pretty fucking cool, as far as all accounts go. And now she's in Assassin's Creed games, so a bit less cool, but, you know, you can't really blame her for that.
So imagine all, like, notable people coming back to life and you having to apologize to them for being in Assassin's Creed. Like, imagine waking up from a nightmare like that.
I'm just waiting, you know, do you know what I hope for this series one day?
Mm-hmm.
I want, and what you just said, I want the point where all of the historical figures come back is when they make the Assassin's Creed crossover fighting game. Because finally, I can take Karl Marx and fight Anton Lavoisier.
I want there to be a story or a TV show or a fucking movie or I don't know, whatever, about all the presidents in America to come back to life in their prime and have a fight off, a battle royale.
Who's the one who calls for the battle royale?
I don't care who can.
I think it's probably the public, not any of the presidents. They're like, well, we can't decide.
Like all of the presidents, like in their while they were in their president term in that age, coming back to life to wage battle royale so they can pick the super president.
Oh, there could be so many bad jokes.
There's thousands
just
of bad jokes.
After a punch-up between Jackson and Washington, they just look up at each other and say, "We've come to terms."
You mean that card?
Wow,
Terms. You know, yeah. I think it'd be pretty good.
That's really bad, Snake.
Have you lost all interest in your
I
idea?
did. You have killed.
Nice.
You have killed all interest in this idea.
You know, it had to stop somewhere. Unless you write up a draft, you know...
Who do you think would win?
Jackson.
Jackson? Why Jackson?
I'm just basing it on modernity, really. Like, Washington wasn't nothing to fuck with, you know, building his own house and that. But he was deader sooner. That's why I'm basing it. I could beat any historical figure, you see. Because I'm alive now and they're dead. Even in their prime. Okay, so, just some qualification I had to go back and get this. To, you know, drive it over there, but because I fell off the cart and was technically still while getting up, Evie goes invisible. So I can fall off carts and just land in a pile of my own invisibility if I so choose. That counts.
I want William Harrison to win.
To win the Rumble.
Yes, the presidential battle royale.
And for to what end? Because I'm personally a Trump man myself.
Because Henry Harrison was the president of the United States for 1 month and he died.
Can distribute authentic.
Ah, the real dark horse.
I will petition to have regulations put in place.
Lambeth is in your debt.
It takes a long time to change things.
So,
but I'm not going
this is
anywhere.
kind of like a bit of what happens with the plot. What happened last chapter was, you know, Jacob fucked up Starrick's soothing syrup industry. He killed his medicinal flow. But this has caused a lot of problems for the paramedics. Well, paramedics, nurses, doctors, because now they can't get anything else. So, way to go, Jacob. You fucked it all up.
Classic Jacob. My favorite part about William Henry Harrison dying is he died on April 4th. So he died on 404, which is even more beautiful.
Yep. Just what a time to
President
get wiped
not
out.
found.
Timeout error. Dead prematurely. So, this mission is on a carriage. So I tried to start it, but she drove away as I was switching to Jacob. So I have to kidnap her driver to even start her fucking mission.
My schedule was open.
Both of these are horrible people because of that.
They are.
And because of so much else.
Fucking Jacob is fucking everything with his eyes. Like, literally everything.
Fuck that note. Fucking London. Fucking Miss Attaway.
And he will be...
I'm devastated, Snake.
I'll need a second train.
Of course. The assassins are responsible for the internal combustion engine. It all makes sense.
Do you think the assassins were responsible for the internet?
Mr. Fry.
Yeah, they were. It's that they wanted freedom of information. Facebook are the Templars. That's the end game for the Assassin's Creed series when we reach the techno age.
Do you think we ever will? I mean, we've been getting closer, so it has to get there at some point, right?
Unless they double back. Like, you gotta know, they are saving, you know, China and Japan and shit for when the series finally stops selling half as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that's when we break out the ninjas. They're totally doing that.
I don't think their plan to replace Assassin's Creed with Watch Dogs is working.
No. And it's unfortunate. Actually, I want to talk about Watch Dogs 2 because I don't think I've talked about it in this playthrough that much, but at all really, but is it bad that I kind of want to get Watch Dogs 2 just in the hopes that I hate it? Like,
yeah, it
really
is.
hate it.
It is. It's stupid.
Like, I want it to come out and I want to play it and I want to have this cathartic, just despicable hatred towards it.
It'll probably
be
just
like,
be
man,
mediocre.
this is trash.
Like, it's like Watch Dogs 1 was.
But that's what I want. That's why I'll hate it. I want it to be bottom of the barrel Ubisoft trash. I want it to be worse than this. Like, Watch Dogs 1 was worse than this. Like, on a rate scale, this game is, by any metric, slightly more fun. And I can't quite say why. But I want Watch Dogs 2 to... It's shaping up for it.
How are the horses able to move like that?
They stole it from Sleeping Dogs. That's how.
I mean, yeah, but does it... What?
Well, you see, hooves can be frictionless at times.
Like, the...
So if they were to scoot a little bit and then switch the friction off, they can just slide.
The whole carriage slides. It doesn't work like that.
You know, that's the thing. You know, you're asking how the horses move like that. I'm more interested in the carriage. I could believe a horse might be capable of a sidestep, but not when you're hooked up like that.
Oh, look, it's this person.
It's Ned, who's appeared to give us some side missions once. Oh, don't be happy or anything.
Perhaps I saved you out of the kindness of my own heart. Come on.
I didn't want to be saved by the likes of you.
I did not want to be saved, but a hairy likes of you.
Miller's pulling a lot of cargo there.
Just be sure to make the transfer.
Just skip over to the train.
Give him hell. What, these awkward transitions. What's going on? What is?
Rooks, you gonna help out, or are you just gonna stand there?
Why?
Okay.
Why are the cutscenes so bad in this game? There's like.
Because you don't really. It's hard to make cutscenes.
There's like no.
You gotta tell people to move.
There's like no fucking. Like, this is a fucking, you know, it's one of those video games with cutscenes that people have docked.
One of those BioWare games.
It's one of those cinematics. Those cinematic games. Those Kino games. Why are cutscenes so bad? Like, why, like, the transitions between cutscenes and, like, the sound editing and the fucking direction. Like, are they trying?
I'm gonna just answer your question with a question. So, you're a young employee at Ubisoft. Your name is Jean-Francois.
Why do I have to be French?
Because you're in Canada. Now, you know,
I mean,
you've had a long
I'm
day
French
at work.
and in Canada, Snake, come on.
French-Canadian, you know? I know the situation already looks pretty dire, but that kind of goes into what I'm saying right now. So, you've had a long day. Your long day has entailed putting down 2 street lamps on the city of Victorian London, and then making sure they don't fuck with the engine somehow. And then your boss comes in at the end of the day, and he's like, I've forgotten your name, by the way. Don't worry, that's fine, a Ubisoft manager would too. Yeah, you see, it works. And he says, you there, young chap, we need you to... He's from Victorian London, that's how they got this level of historical accuracy. We need you to make a cutscene. It's 2 in the morning, boss, and I need to be up at 9 to come back. Well, you're fired then. You go, oh, fuck. And you wanted to be in video games your whole life, and this wasn't what you expected, but you make a cutscene. But you're the lamppost guy. You're the lamppost man. And now you're cutscene guy. And you see how the problem begins?
The whole story was very low effort, low energy. Absolutely bad.
Exactly. But, you know, then you gotta make people move and load up voice clips and balance them, and it's like... What do you do? Plus, Noonan, it wasn't low effort, it was a pastiche of Ubisoft's cutscene development, I think you'll find.
Pastiche? Your mom's a pastiche?
Internal combustion engine. The end of horse-drawn transport. It's like gazing into the future.
And the future gazed right back at you. Get it? Gazing in the future because this game takes place in the future and in the past at the same time.
Who is this Pearl anyway?
So, what to take away from this is, Jacob is responsible for global warming.
Yeah, probably.
I'd buy it. I'd believe it. I don't know, it looks big and cumbersome. I think we should stick with horses. At least for a little while yet.
Thank you for your feedback. rate this video 1 star, and we'll thank you for our feedback.
I'll thank you personally.
I'll shake your hand. Like, if you come up to me on the street and say, hey, I downvoted your video, I'll grab your hand and I say, well done.
Thank you. Thanks for helping out. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly at the something mark of this game. It's probably less impressive than you hope.
We're near the end?
As far as you think. No, we're far from it.
Oh.
We still got a lot to go. Join us next time where
Why
we
isn't
keep
the
on
part
trucking.
over yet? You could have ended it. What is it going? What?
I need to collect some money. Got 10 grand here. Oh, you gotta see this. You gotta see this, okay? Look at our gang. Look at our gang. Bribe the police. Bribe the other gang. With some notoriety. And, we're not half as impressive as you think.
Fuck you, Snake. That was not necessary.